Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Happy December as well. We're in the Christmas time now, and I'm excited for that. So, hope everyone had a good weekend and enjoyed their time off if they did. My weekend was good. Had to work on the short film. I'm working on the script for the next one right now, and I'm hoping to work on it this weekend. Let's see what else is going on so far. I would say a couple more things on the back end. Got my water. Taking it one day at a time. I think that was the other thing. And I think I've been losing sleep really bad. But I think it's because of me having my brain move like so many different things are moving at once. And my brain is just constantly like just rolling. And so that in turn makes me just stay up, sitting at the ceiling, staring at the ceiling like, wow, I can't fall asleep. This is gonna be rough. So I think I have to try to minimize that as best I can, at least to make sure that I'm able to get proper sleep. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Just, same old thing, new day. Same thing, different day, just how it goes. And we're very slowly working our way to get to Veronica's chapter. We're almost there. And I'm excited for it. We're about halfway from Discord's chapter from being done. I'm hoping to get that done tonight, at least get very close to it, because we're 8 out of 17, so we're like 48%, I think. So if we can get it done tonight, that'll be very ideal and set us up for Thursday very nicely. So, all right, I'm ready. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm going to unmute the game and mute that, mute this. Okay, I'm ready to roll. We got episode 8, A Room Without a View. Let's do it. Oh, also I did update some of the stuff too, so this is gonna be fun seeing these new loading screens. A Room Without a View. Oh, silence, rotation, performance. I want to do performance. Oh, I forgot this is Chinese.
可你是该隐吗？协奏选择往前走，直到找到答案为止。
I like how we're moving
意识不过是
between.
累赘，自由只是无知。与我一起沉浸于美梦吧，艾莉诺。
Oh. I do like how we move between chibi version and actual version, which is a nice little touch.
艾莉诺，别丢下我，我会跟着你的，我会一直跟着你的。那我们继续走吧，协奏。
She saw his Discord. Interesting. Damn, she slumped. Look at that. She slumped and I'm out here in chibi mode. Discord why? Rejecting the world around her. Interesting.
你以为这个游戏可以通关，可以赢？但是这有什么意义呢？我来告诉你结局吧。前方，什么？对，我一定是在做梦。协奏响，我很快就会醒来，回到只有命令和任务的生活中。
Oh, all right. Toy dog is gonna be at a place. Okay. Oh, we changed the charred toy. Veralia, okay. Can I
你
go
就
that
这
way?
么讨厌我们的游戏，急于想离开？
Interesting, interesting. Are we fighting this? Oh! I don't know how you expect us to fight. Oh, Wan Shi! Well, that's a nice little detail showing the glitch.
不要相信他，不要相信这个幻影。给我一个机会，让我证明我是站在你这边的。逃离一个牢笼，又进……我不记得了，我不想记得。
Scissors always beats paper. A broken road stands before you, impossible to cross. Discord is nearly spent. After that moment, faint voices echo in her ears. Ah, okay, so this is those two. Oh, you're finally awake. Can you hear me? Her vision is blurry, her head feels heavy, as if she had just surfaced from deep underwater. The suffocating weight of near drowning clings to her, shapes sway around her, slowly becoming clear. A girl with long hair. She stands in the shaft of a morning light, the edges of her hair glowing gold. Awake? How long was I out? A sudden jolt snaps her body into motion, instincts taking over. Hold up, I gotta take my headphones off. Sorry for disrupting the mission. Mission? The familiar girl giggles as if she had just heard a joke, stopping Discord from pulling out her IV and getting up. Oh, this is Babylonia. There's no work for you here. Oh, cancel. Babylonia. That's where I serve. Serve? The girl looks just as puzzled, but keeps moving. She pulls back the off-white curtains to let off the more sunlight and tucks a soft cushion behind Discord's back. Once done, she returns to the bedside. Oh, you've been retired for a long time now, sis. What? Discord struggles to process her words, unsure if it's being called sis that stuns her, or if the word retired catching her throat like a fishbone. The girl quickly hides the troubled look that comes with the having to contradict her, replacing it with a calm smile of someone used to these reactions. Oh, another beautiful morning. It's breakfast time. Come on. The girl deftly produces a tray of light food, served in identical small insulated containers. Steaming oatmeal sprinkled with a pinch of cinnamon, easy to swallow, with no pulp or residue, brightly colored boiled carrots, cubes, and baked vegetables, clearly chosen for balanced nutrition. Beside them, smooth pale yellow mashed potatoes covered in light gravy, and finally, dessert, a small cherry-topped cake. That same cloying, speckled frosting as always. You're not supposed to eat sweets anymore, but this is cherry cake and I saved it for you. The girl smiles playfully. The familiar colors of scent stimulate her senses. Discord squints, enduring the tingling in her mind as she recalls sharing this exact meal she ate countless times before with someone. Against the backdrop of this cherry cake, the data counter on the wall keeps ticking upward. Finally, the cream melts away and the crimson fruit falls, releasing the scent of rot. Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten my name again. I'm Lilith. The girl presses the spoon into Discord's hand, her expression shifting from playful reproach to the patient gentleness one shows a patient. Confused by the strange safety she feels, Discord pauses, the cream-tipped spoon hovering at her lips. No appetite? You should try still eating something. No, that's not right. Your name is Eleanor. What is it? Melancholy watches over Discord as she searches for a mirror to glimpse herself. Is she gravely ill, dying, or has she been cast aside yet again, her usefulness spent? So you don't even remember who I am now? I suppose that's to be expected. I'm your daughter, Lilith. No, that's not right. You just called me sis. What the fuck is happening? Discord struggles to her feet, scanning the room for the mirror that should show her the truth and shadow the lie. The only thing on the wall is a peaceful pastoral painting. Blue sky, white clouds, and color motion into one another until they are nothing but indistinct blotches. She can't look away. The blotches start to run, pigment dripping to the floor and onto her own hands, which have become cracked and withered. The soft curtains stir in the breeze, casting shifting shadows across the room. A faint, pleasant scent lingers in the air, mixed with the sharp tang of anesthetic. One second. Okay, we're still good. I had to check something out. Okay. Is this Babylonia too? The deathly silence only serves to remind her how ridiculous her unease really is. Oh, poor mother. You have degenerative memory loss. Your memories get mixed up, and sometimes you can't even remember what happened a few minutes ago. We got through conversations like this several times every morning. Degenerative memory loss. Do you want me to explain again how to slow this kind of certain central nervous syndrome degeneration? You need good habits, a balanced diet, and light exercise, but even the finest clinic in Babylonia can't revise it or reverse it. The apesia, the apraxia, and the agnesia, they will keep returning. Discord freezes completely. The bedsheet under her hands is wrinkled deep from how hard she is gripping it. Sometimes you'll get angry, you'll see things that aren't there, you'll forget the past, you might even mistake me for your enemy. What is this, oh god, what is the name? Starts with a D. Dementia. But that's alright, I'll take care of everything for you because I am your blank Lilith. No, that's impossible. How could I be your... We're companions. You're my reason to live. My... Images flicker and fade, leaving her caught between dream and waking. Maybe it was the movie we watched last night that's making you feel like this. In the movie, high-ranking officers planted false memories in soldiers, childhood sweethearts always by their side, siblings with unbreakable bonds or goals so important they would stake their lives on them. Those beautiful illusions keep on fighting for 100 days straight. And when they learn the truth, they had the same empty look you do right now. Maybe in your dreams, you were fighting just as hard to protect me too. Time and time again, she followed orders, plummeting from great heights with crushing force. Chains coiled around her throat, cutting off her breath. She gripped her weapon, slick with blood, and the hounds leaped at her with murderous force. Gunfire pounded her. Smoke chased her through the dim concrete. She crawled like a trapped animal. Ragged breath of the barely surviving echoes in her ears. A silhouette beneath the crescent moon. It's all naively real. No. That's not it. Then what is your reason to fight? Orders. Always orders. Orders? Oh no, you're wrong. We're mother and daughter, sisters. Our bond is selfless and close. How could something so cold as orders hold it together? No. that was only what I wished for. We shared a wonderful life growing up together. You worked at a tailor shop, became my personal seamstress, until we came to Babylonia and grew old. You used to tell me life passes in the blink of an eye. So you were fake all along. Oh, doesn't matter. Then what is real? If you mean what can be smelled, tasted, touched, seen, all those are only processed electronic signals. Emotion is humanity's greatest weakness. So many people spend their lives chasing pleasure, seeking comfort in virtual worlds fed straight into their brains. If you believe real feelings can be woven in the clothes, hidden in a doll, or engraved in a dog tag, why can't they exist inside your mind too? I know your wounds, your desires, your dreams. They abandoned you. Some saw you as a stand-in for a lost partner. Some as a necessary sacrifice for their ideals. Some as penance to wash away their sins. They saved me, but they used you. But I'm different. I see you as a person. You want to be loved, so Lilith pulls her into an embrace. Her cheeks rest on the girl's shoulder, long hair curling around her nose. Light from the window wraps them in layers of gold. All the things that warm the soul can calm the mind are sealed within the memory of the self. I give them to you, though you have no time to understand them. Do I still have a mission? Oh, forget the mission. You can have your own life beyond duty. The war ended long ago. There's no need to fight anyone anymore. We've already begun our new life together. I played the Tannhäuser Overtune on the piano every day while you accompanied me. Ugh. Hold up. There we go. Oh yeah. Now we're in a better position. Okay. Let's do it. You're the part of me, so I know your wish is to live peacefully, relying on your own craft, isn't it? My wish? She stares at the blank window beyond the curtains. Thread-like cracks begin to spider across the glass. Oh yeah, episode 9. Storm impending. Isis huddles in the darkness, unmoving in the floating dust. She was trained to keep quiet, even during rest, making even the slightest sound is vulgar beneath someone's proper breeding. When the golden light filters through the narrow window crack and touches the pale wallpaper in the distance, Mademoiselle will soon be coming for her again. She must be loyal. She must be a servant that Mademoiselle finds useful. The moment her feet touch the ground, whatever any part of her body is visible to others, she has to keep a smile on and be ready to serve. That is what makes a proper maid of the Mazzano household. Only in the brief minutes before dawn, in that hazy space between sleep and waking, can she truly have control over her own body. A polite tapping on the metal pipes breaks Isis' happy time of the day, her pre-dawn meditation. Hey, the sun isn't even up yet. Isis. I wonder why they name it like that. You are hiding here again. The guests are on our way. She swallows the complaints, pours on her lips, and drips into a panic. You selfish girl, you finally show yourself. Hurry up and get ready. Why is your apron dirty? Oh, do not laugh. Isis learned from Discord. The head maid's brows snap upward. She looks ready to beat her with a stick. None of them even laugh out loud. Every servant is trained to suppress this even slightest chuckle. If the master of the guests hear a servant laugh, they will think they are being mocked. In this household, even small mistakes are punished quickly without mercy. Worse than physical pain is the mental torture, a torment much harder to endure. Isis curls her lip in contempt. Oh, of course, between the two of them, Discord is the good one, she is the bad example. Confirm the guest list for now. Go report to Madame Mazzano. The maids settle at spotless tableware with precision, moving back and forth as they dust the furniture and polish the floors. Madame Mizono sits alone at the dining table. A young lady is nowhere to be seen. They rarely dine together. Both are constantly consumed by the family business. In pursuit of a lofty ideal, Madame Mizono naturally expects everyone to pull together. I want this dinner to be flawless, not a single mistake. Every guest must be satisfied. Keep your behavior in check. Do not let me learn that anyone plans to embarrass me again. Ice cubes crack as they melt into Madame's pre-dinner whiskey. The maids bow in perfect unison. The grand dinner is about to begin. I'm not gonna lie, this chapter is fucking boring right now. The mansion's great hall gleams under branching chandeliers. Rainbows of light play over the ordinary gold leaf furniture. This is not the most popular virtual reality, but tangible luxury you can see and touch. The mansion is now bears with Adrenia Mazzano. Every maid in this house is expected to give her all to honor that distinguished name. The black and white uniforms are crisp, lace immaculate, polished shoes click across the floor. They file in with silver trays of crystal fluids, each one filled with golden champagne. As a guest steps onto the red carpet with loud, careless laughter, Discord greets them with a steady smile and respectful nod, all part of the performance. Welcome. Everything runs like clockwork, a ballad set to the precise choreographing. Only a well-trained, elegant microrism like this can prove that Madame Mizono's promised bright future is not empty talk. Equinox! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one. I'm doing well so far. I'm not gonna lie, this chapter's kind of fucking slow. It's kind of not doing it for me, but you know what? Hey, we gotta get through it. We're almost done with it, and I just gotta continue to push through. But I'm not gonna lie, this chapter is very boring right now. Yeah, here we go. But I hope you had a good weekend. Discord's eyes meet Isis. They both know that they are bait in Madame's game, props out of lies sold to rich guests who refuse to see them as people. Dinner reaches the height as Tate's stimulants take effect. Enthusiasm rises with the level of intoxication. It's more of a filler, to be honest. Is it really? It feels like it's a fucking filler. It does feel like a filler. Also, sorry for hitting the mic, but yeah, this one's not really doing it for me. I'm just gonna be honest. This is not doing it for me. I'm sure you know that the world's most consequential decisions are not made in public chambers or at some conference or captivities to masses. They're made just like this, discussed in wait and quiet, secluded mansions. That's why I invited you here, so you can witness ahead of time the great achievement we're about to unveil. A holographic projection of the groundbreaking vessel appears above the log table, rotating slowly as the details are magnified so every guest can see. Eden 3. Even if the disaster strikes outside, it cannot breach the thick walls of our well-forged, stable, comfortable life. And what does the world beyond these walls have to do with our Eden in the sky? Your wealth remains here. Your life will not change. All you need to do is a more comprehensive will, one that ensures you and your descendants can settle everything once and for all and enjoy your later years. No one believes there will be new wars or people in the rational age of space exploration. Extreme violence seems impossible. This is Madame's most effective fish to persuade guests aboard the Ark. Passengers need to only exchange a portion of their wealth and measure of loyalty for a ticket. Suddenly, a staggering figure bursts into the banquet at its peak. Why, if it isn't Baron Houseman, you're late. Look, I even kept a seat for you. Mazzano, you poisoned me. Do not drink. None of you drink that poison. Heat drains from the room like hail on the hot stone. Everyone turns to the hostess. How I miss when there was violence on every note of the story. I was gonna say, like this, I know this one's kind of like a filler because we're learning more about Discord, the Mizono family, Lilith. But it's like, god damn. It's only been a few days. How did you become so haggard? Is your heart condition keeping you from enjoying good wine? With everyone watching, you really do have a knack for jokes. Discord, take Baron Houseman to the VIP room to rest. When he looks ready, he can come rejoin us. Yes, madam. The maid quietly helps the guest out. Mizono stays composed, walks to the vacant seat, and lifts the untouched flute in the lights that shines like liquid gold. Everyone here has status and ability. Positioning is such a low trick. I fear our friend has a persecution complex. Some huddle and whisper, others murmurs and wave their attendants away. To our never-ending feast of pleasure and to our true Eden. None of it matters anyways. Mizono smiles and drains a glass, and she signals for the fresh champagne tower. As the fountain spills from tear to tear, smiles return to every wrinkled face. Alright, coming back down to sit. Alright. This is the nitroglycerin injection, sir. Should relieve you from your ignina. The guest lies back on the black velvet chassis as the elegant maid approaches, his face twists in terror as if death herself stands before him. Madam hopes you would think it over. Think what over? Boarding a ship full of those holes that could sink at any time. He swings his gold insulated rosewood cane with all of his might. It hits Discord's leg with a hollow metallic clang. Or should I praise her for seizing the family fortune? A stage of mass delusion, and applaud her for discarding that noble Sinclair name. And you! What exactly are you? Mechanical monstrosity kept by Mizono? The effort of swinging the cane empties his last strength. His chest wheezes like a broken and bellows. When one is forced into a passive position, even deciding their own fate becomes hard. I am only a maid. An asset belonging to Madame Mizono. I think blood is drunk. The character is, yes. Me, I'm just kind of tired. Her face shows no pain. She's simply reciting rules I cannot disobey. Colorless liquor beads like a needle tip. The baron's bulging eyes dart wildly. He thrashes like a fish bound to a cutting board. What are the Mizonos in her guide? Rootless shaped to survive and cunning by paranoia. Even though this baron refuses to accept being a victim, the course of events has already swept past his own thoughts and efforts. He distrusts technology and rejects reason. Either way, he doesn't see the plan too broad. Even if he spirited across the deck now, it wouldn't matter. His ship has already departed. No! Oh, don't! The injection goes in his vein. His features, scooched like dried orange peel, have no choice but to loosen. His high cheekbones stand in sharp contrast as his sunken eye sockets. Gray-white stubble that's pushed through his skin. He hasn't had the strength or time to groom himself. Everyone who steps into this mansion is already tied to the same straight straw. Those who won't be tied down soon burn through the strength and exhausted sink and drown. Now you can sleep in peace. I gotta get a water after this. The VIP room eases shut. Discord tosses thorough gloves and ampules into the incinerator? Yeah. Then spots Isis leaning against the hall, idly fidgeting with the hem of her clothes as she waits. Discord, tonight's feast is over. The guests are leaving. We can finally rest. Right. Since the guest hasn't changed his mind, there's no need to report back to Triple Madam. They head back to their assigned area together. From the maid's bedroom comes the sound of broken on and off sobbing. Isis presses her ear to the door and listens for a moment. She's been crying all night. Everyone's trying to comfort her. Madam handed over to Senator Richard during the dinner, but she doesn't want to go live with that decrepit old man who can barely move anything but his eyes. Is staying here really any better? At least she'll never be punished again. Discord snaps her head toward the loosened lips. Isis grabs her hand and strides past the break room and to the hiding spot the only two of them know. What's wrong, Discord? Why aren't you talking? Isis shakes her wrist, sore from being twisted, and puts on a playful, complaining face. There are eyes everywhere. Yeah, but not here. Isis giggles and nimbly sidesteps along the blind cracks and climbs up. Discord sighs and follows her. There's a room to stretch out the top, so they lie down, hugging their knees, curled into small bundles. So that's how your apron got dirty. Oh, it won't happen again. I already cleaned it spotless. And the maid looks surprisingly proud of herself. We have to go back on time. If we break the rules, Madame has plenty of ways to brand them back onto our faces and into our hearts. Tell me, are we just stuck like this? Are we going to live out our days with worthless and disgraceful written all over them? Discord is very good at silence. Don't you have any dreams? Dreams. Even she's shaken by the power held inside the world. Inside that world. It's not important. It's very important! Isis' lashes flutter, her eyes sparkle even in the dim light. Instead of giving everything to Mazzano's dream, why not chase your own? Me, I want to be a star singer. At Mazzano's banquet, she sometimes sees those people dressed in finery and jewels, refusing food to protect their voices, drinking only water. Discord can't remember their life-changing faces, blurred by rejuvenation treatments, and can only tell them apart by the style of their clothes. Las Prados cannot exist without them, just as they cannot exist without Las Prados. Whether it's on a whim or not, Isis looks at the satisfied little squirrel, and Discord can't bring himself to ruin it. Hey! The maid reads her thought as she glances and puffs out her cheeks. No, not like these arrogant peacocks. I've seen them here. We've seen them here. I mean the kind who can start signing anywhere, anytime, and draw a crowd. Music's wonderful. No more preaching, no dividing the audience into high or low. Someone sways to the rhythm, some join in, and everyone feels joy, hope, for the music itself for just a moment. Hope. Discord imagines facing the crowd, lighting up with joy, caught up in the melody. Alright, when you become a singer, a star singer, then, I'll be right here, clapping and playing along. No, you have to come sing with me. Isis sways her head and hums a tune that she's just made up, pulling Discord's hands into hers. Palm to palm, it's warmth she remembers. Looking at Isis' innocent face, Discord finds herself unable to say no. Alright. Woo! Thank you, Discord. You really are my best friend. The days move only forward. On the eve of the festival banquet is still in full swing. Mazzano's guests, draped in glittering silk and gold, drift from one end of the hall to the other, chatting in clusters. Disco takes off her glasses to wipe them, when she puts them back on. A familiar figure flashes past the corner. Eleanor? Has she come back from Fort Winter? Discord, the head maid wants us to take these plates. Hey, where are you going? Mazzano had forbidden her to meet Eleanor in private or to speak with her, telling her to behave like that any other maid, but she can't resist. She follows under the excuse of returning dishes to the kitchen. Just a glance, just to be sure she's alright. She draws the shadow to the madam's study. The door is half open, almost inviting. If Mazzano finds her here, the punishment will be severe, but Disco takes a deep breath and pushes open the door. She shouldn't. The room is empty. Was she mistaken? Wine red velvet curtains tie back to the braided cords. The desk is a simple slab of ebony with a gold pen suspended eerily in its holder. A hardbound notebook with the gilt edges lies fully open on the desk. Ink still is wet on the page. The final flourish of a cursive letter has bled into the faint blur. From across the room, she can already see and guess what's inside. Each is a trophy with a story behind it, and none of it is as important as the first two. Discord's teeth chatter and her vision blurs. Reading is still difficult and slow for her, but the surname, the one who would place after Eleanor's, Illinois got a new mission home, is the great. Potassium nitrate, when diluted is enough, is completely harmless, but if injected repeatedly over and over the spans of several days, The body can metallize it, claiming having no trace until the burial is caused. The death will reappear to be natural weakness. It's quiet and silent passing. On damp, foul-smelling turf among the rows of decaying gravestones, a young girl sits in the punishment chair prepared for her because of that was an order. Her stomach churns violently. She cannot help stop the acid from surging up her throat and collapsing to her knees. Discord, come out! Discord! Someone's coming! The maid rushes in, grabbing her stiff, kneeling companion. Floor, it's dirty. Forget it! Isis yanks off her own apron, drops to her knees to wipe up the mess, then grabs the perfume bottle at the bottom and sprays it heavily into the air. The sound of footsteps is getting closer. The madam slows her pace, sniffing the air, her eyes scanning to study for anything unusual. Her long hair, arm nails scrape across the solid wood on the desk, over the leather chair, across the spotless cabinet. Finally, her gaze falls on the rare colorful flowers at the window. The queen of the night blooms only at the dark, and when the quote's complete by the morning. I have told you not to spray so much perfume on the flowers. The smell is disgusting. She tears apart the miraculous blossoms and tosses them carelessly to the floor. Then she gathers a notebook from the desk and moves to put it away in the cabinet. Her hand is not yet touched the handle when a firm voice interrupts. Auntie, are you there? I have a question. I have completed the task you have signed me. Did the target confess? Yes, the interrogation was entertaining. Luckily, he spoke before he went. Before I lost interest. Very good, Eleanor. Come to the casino with me tonight. Yes, Aunt. The sound of heels fade into the distance inside the cabinet. The maid takes a deep breath, her terror still raw. Her heart beats again, trembling as if she had just been freed from the hangman's rope. Let's run away. Though the haze, Isis' eyes are unwavering. Staying here means giving up on any hope I have for a future. You're insane. The madam would not be pleased. She voices the words out through the burnt in her throat. Ear throat. She would not find out. Impossible. How will you avoid these cameras that watch everything? And what happened today? Oh, and what happened today? She knows she will soon as she will know soon as she checks the recordings. We'll find a way. Escape and go where? Freedom, sweet as the purest spring water, poisonous as the deadliest liquor. She still has an order to follow. She must report back to Colonel and to Mazzano. And she is still here, moving like a marionette with strings pulled after day after day. Is this an unchanging fate of those who are worth nothing but tools? The world feels as if this has never changed. The thought has circled her mind countless times. Perhaps this day will finally extend an olive branch, perhaps, and let them go. Ice's face watches over Discord's narrow field of view, and her heart flickers like a candle swaying between fear and hope. Promise me, Promise me, no one can ever know about our plan. Oh my goodness. Such a long word! Howling winds drive rolling cloud storm across the dark sky. The two storm lashes from the ground with impending fury. Inside the mansion, the rush of footsteps is busier than the rain. The head maid shouts at the maids as they appear to disappear along with the work routines. Power outage? Oh, it's fine. The backup will scratch on automatically for a moment. Who opened all the windows? Quick! Close every one of them! Someone help! A guest is drunk and making a scene. Who dosed the drinks with too much palate stimulant? Yeah. The banquet must go on! Breaking times, camera angles, and guide posts. Process flow. Every detail on a blind spot. She may never know. Isis understood so much. The only place without surveillance, the gateway to freedom, is the thorn-rigged estate entrance. It's Mazzano's bedroom. Will the people believe the facts depend on how well you tell them? The blade Blind man swerves his wine. Oh my god, how fucking long is this? The blind man swerves his wine, leaning on the racking mansion's high terrace. He swings off the hologram glass in a rare, chaotic downpour. What's the largest terrain in the world? You've already seen it. Creatures trapped in the bottle live each day in that tiny world, breeding and thriving until the life end. Nothing is wasted. Everything feeds back into the cycle of life. No one will notice that on this stormy night, two maids have slipped away from the feast in a hurry. And every creature in the ecological battle shares the same source mother. So what? Madam, you're not preaching some relic of the old morality, are ya? It seems that declared names gives you much more pain and glory. One by one, the corridor escapes cameras for the lights flicker and go dark. Dropping as if nodding off, then flickering back to a new life seconds later. Since childhood, my brother and I studied together. He was taught the way of emperors, and I was trained to be the perfect advisor who never dishonored the Sinclair name. People sing of greatness because greatness is sacrificed. Greatness is being nameless in the shadows. Calling the virtuous wife and mother a sacred duty is like praising the slave's obedience as virtue. Quick to feel others' pain to numb, but to your own desires. I refuse to be like that. Some guards are knocked out, others are led astray. Eager shadows race through the maze of the corridors, running toward their dreams. Only ambition that matches your desire can lead to a future worthy of it. Can't anyone see it? The nobility that are probably more than these thieves are legitimate by the system. Why would the privileges earned by one generation be passed intact onto the next? The ugliest, most despicable thing in the world is when someone inherits wealth and power without the ability to, or effort to deserve it. Usurpation is 1,000 times older. Wait! Where are the guards? Hey! The drones are malfunctioning! The tower lingered tired cake for the evening banquet is demolished by the malfunctioning drone plummeting from above. The white cream floods across the ballroom, sounding like a rushing river, throwing the entire gathering into chaos. Perfect. Now that you have to start a party, no a banquet. Look around, so many people are gathered here, yet there are only so many real stars Madame Blazona can keep. Can keep her pride and joy. The blonde man gives an exaggerated theoretical bow. I could certainly be a mother. Once Project Bokonon is complete, I will be another mother of a new world, a new era. Until then, you will have to continue on to address me as Madame Mizono. The hoister serves the chaos in the ballroom with a cold pride before she speaks again. The education of an emperor is simple. We have only one path before us, and that is always to succeed. Little did they know that the door that they were opening led not to freedom, but to the abyss. Oh my fucking hell, mate! Hey, you're on my way. At the sound of the familiar voice, Isis sinks weakly into the floor. How? Mizono strides in her bedroom with a bottle of red wine and a diamond-encrusted crystal glass. She sits on the ladder sofa, setting the bottle on the low marble table in front of her. One by one, she removes the glitter jewelry from her hands, neck, and hair, tossing each piece carelessly onto the floor. There are no need to keep up the show anymore. The deep red wine pours into the glass like soap, the rising sound of the liquid filling the crystal echoing like a snow final funeral bell. I remember telling you to stay here and not go anywhere. I hope you all wanted this to report if you all wanted to report this to those old men, you did not need to sneak around there. She raises her right hand, the golden revolver glinting as she idly spins that cylinder with her fingertips. Into the communicator of her left hat brim, she gives a command. Alright, party's over. See our guest out. Single clap breaks the silence. Oh, a final gift for our visitors. The endless banquet is finally ending. The maids will soon be free from their duties. The vessel carrying monstrous distortions and tangled desires about to begin its first and final voyage. Fireworks explode in the clear night after the passing of the storm. thud, a heavy weight hits the floor. A wine bottle shatters the vine marble stable, sending shards of liquid in every direction. Blood-dark wine spreads from beneath the maid's head, twisting into strange patterns on the hand-woven natural fiber carpet. A mess. Take it away and dispose of it. Two madams raises her glass and drains the crimson liquid from one gulp before tossing it aside. To myself. Discord stares in exhaustion as the corpse of herself forced into silence. A step aside for someone else again, just for a supporting role. Discord, and you? You are the lucky one, aren't you? You are supposed to be expendable, to die with your spine broken. You gave in, you ran away, why? If the ending you get is just a little better than the one that they planned for you, you're fine with it. You lie there pretending to be dead, cold as steel. But there's nothing good about living like that. You can't even make a sound. The maid's face is frozen in its final contortion. Discord's eyes are full widened with shock, her fear tightening in her chest. In the next heartbeat, she's no longer actively watching. She's in it, forced to feel a minute. Oh! Why won't you stop? Why act like you don't see? Is that something Auntie told you? She drops her head and hurries away without answering. Woo! Thank you, Discord. You really are my best friend. In the pitch black white cellar, Isis takes Discord's hand, sobbing softly. Promise me, no one will ever know about our plan. Who were you just talking to? What game are you playing? And why are you making a face I've never seen before? Discord tries to step back, but Lilith seizes her hand, curling her fingers around it like a snake tightening around her prey. That won't do. I won't allow it. Like a moth trapped in a spider web, her furrowed wings beat against the sticky threads. Each movement only makes the strand pull tighter, heavier. Her faint heartbeat is shone with the invisible silk. The vision of that freedom shimmers in the front up of her. But every time she reaches for it, it's a drag back into the suffocating dark. The ending is already decided. So you want freedom? Fine, I'll let you go. I won't interfere with anything you do. You'll go back to Kurna, give them your report. They're testing new mech, and you'll give your new legs. Oh, only one condition: you'll be my eyes and ears. If I don't punish tools will only cause trouble in the hands of bad craftsmen. The maid's eyes are empty, unmoved by the words like tools or bad craftsmen. Before you answer, ask yourself this: Are you even worthy of trying it? Sharper instinct, stronger body and combat skills, faster data processing, and the expensive upload to keep comes up with all of it. You better prove your way worth your trouble and not just be dead weight. If you won't do this, then I'll do it for me. If you won't do it for yourself, then I'll do it for Eleanor. The madam swallows her phrase, and she's always spouting about mutual progress, and the eighth studies the maid's face instead. I've no reason to say no, is there? For a second, Discord expression flickers and moves away. Dermana was on a sharp hawk-like stare. She lowers her head and closes her eyes and dips into a courtesy. As you wish, Madame Zono. Zono smiles with satisfaction. Oh, God, my goodness! I really want to skip this part. Like, this is getting bad. We're just fucking continuing to go on. My goodness. For the final banquet, Discord is told to deliver the completed gown to the young lady. Golden vines embroidered by hand, faced to light enough to seem it like could take flight, no longer confined to the frames, stretching beyond the cage of tradition. Every stitch comes from long hours, huddled in a couch without rest, sewing in her whispers, her despair, her sighs, and her fragile dream of leaving it all behind. Creativity might be humanity's greatest treasure, but Icarus kept flying higher and is higher with his waxed wings, thinking he could reach the sun. In the end, his body drifted among the feathers that once arrived and carried him. No one cared when he fell. History just repeats itself. It's obvious what my aunt wants. She even blind a man could hear it in her voice. She takes a sip of her tea and offers a kind of perfect polite smile that hides her teeth. Remember what we talked about in Portland? Across the table, the chair is empty. Behind the door, the blue-haired maid clutches her chest, knowing no one will ever sing for her again. She's about to fasten wax wings for her back and fly toward the ocean, waiting to drown her. Oh my gosh! Ugh. Excellent newer reflexes, good adaptability to titanium 193 copper moly, but the mine's ability is too low. Modification still could fail at any moment. Failure is not an option. We don't have many experimental samples left from the ground organization. But the data in these protocols haven't been validated. Researchers drenched in sweat, tugging at the white lab coat that has been darkened and sealing to her skin. Okay, what the we are validating them right now, aren't we? If we can't produce results, how do you expect me to report to Kurano? Increase the pain output, force the miner to subject consciousness and sync. Everything else can be cut away. Apart from the director who gave the order, none other than the researchers can keep a detached expression anymore. After going through all this, how can anyone keep their original soul? Will they still be the same person they once were? Every machine keeps working without mercy, denying her even the quietest release of death. Finally. She shuts off the terminal in her preparation room and drifts back into her lounge like a blue ghost. The door slides open as the security system reads her construct ID. The room is plain and bare. It makes no difference where she sleeps. She looks at her reflection in the mirror. It feels like less and less of her own face. Hey! Grizzly B-boy, yo! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Ironclad Nebula. A place where we must keep moving no matter what. Thank you for being a part of this. You're in for a treat. You're in for a journey. Especially with what I got planned going on so far. And what it's going to be entailing. I won't say nothing, just because I'm going to keep quiet about it now. But we're getting close. I'm just going to say we're getting close. So, let's continue on. Why this part wasn't part of the plan to describe to her. Mission order, stacked higher and higher. She is staring not to recognize the words she once knew, but anyone but others. What is she supposed to do now? Where did Eleanor go? Why she has not contacted her? Did I get left behind again? Alone, Discord stares up at the changing virtual sky above Avalonia, stubbornly searching for an answer to the questions that threaten to drown her. Oh, finally done with that episode. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta get a water, use the restroom, and take care of some things. So I will be back. Make sure you all get some water, use the restroom, and get a snack too. Shall be back soon.
beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, move G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light. Getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top, bullshitting. All I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can. Our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, yeah.
I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I finally lived to be the guy that I was dying to be. Still I got some trust issues, people lie through their teeth. The more I grew, the more they hide in the crease. Squad building, weak members get released. If we trying to compete, starting pitchers need relief. Bro, we building a team, everybody got a niche. I've been known to play mine to a T, but it's time for me to lead. Picking dirt right out the cleats. Steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps. So I don't sleep too, and trying to breach safes that I didn't have the keys to. We all been victims of trauma we ain't agreed to, but the sun comes after, starting up a new chapter.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, yeah. Isn't it lovely?
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're here now. We back. Alright. Go back to the game scene. Pause the music. I'm ready to roll. I got my water. I'm good. Alright, here we go. Episode 10. The Whole Days. Among the constructs, some lost their families or took this path because they had no choice. Some see themselves as weapons, as expendables. Others try to build new bonds so they can keep going on the ravaged battlefield. Discord works like an efficient purifying force machine. Hardworking, highly skilled, never complaining, never showed weakness or hesitation when ordered to kill her own kind. She never reaches out to people, never forms connections with others. Even when others make small talk with her, she can't find anything to share. It's easy to understand. The colonel side doesn't want any more ties or anything related to Pollard. That includes you. They just shook off those accusations in front of the world government. No way would they risk giving anyone new leverage against them. In short, you have a new employer from now on. I look forward to working with you, colleague. That's fine, Discord thinks. Core work, secrets, big missions usually don't involve tools and supporting players. Even so, minor sideline roles still get hit by little bouts of trouble. Here for the supplies. Name and ID. Deployment. Purifying Force. Ha, so you're the new recruit in the Purifying Force. Hey, you again. Get off me, bruh. Stop holding me back. They're the ones who executed XXX. If only I had held a little longer until backup arrived. Triple X was already badly infected. Beyond saving, man. You couldn't just accept that. Discord can't make out what the name Triple X really is. He was so good to everyone around him, bruh. What could have possibly done wrong? The Purifying Force was nothing but a bunch of executioners. Cold, mindless tools. Sorry, man. Triple X was his childhood friend. He's just too heartbroken. The same syllabus repeat again. This time Discord doesn't catch them clearly. She tells herself it's because she doesn't think they're important. Whether the accusations are right or even meant for her, Discord feels the urge to argue. She won't even remember the accuser's face. Enraged by Discord's indifference, the construct suddenly breaks free of their companion's grip, lunges forward and grabs her collar and knocks her off her mask. Say something, you fool! You tool! You kill other people's lovers, family, and friends without hesitation? Don't you have any of your own? Don't you even understand the pain of losing someone you love? Tell me, what is it that's left in the world that you care about? There ain't nothing left in this world that you care about. The flicker crosses her face, then fades to nothing. I don't have anything like that. Rosewater always pushes children into the abyss like this. He rescues them, chooses them, but in the end, they often face fates far worse than starving or dying on the streets. Most lab knives are put down at the experiment ends. To spare them extra pain, the executioner picks the best way to carry it out. These animals are gentle and submissive, capable of only letting out useless cries in their final moments of struggle. The orphanage kids can never live a normal child. Can live and live like normal children again. You personally cut away their future. You're a hypocrite. You used their innocence and ignorance to turn them into future killers. He thought he was ready to bear that sin. Going back to his old trade feels like a weight off. Maybe just like Polanski mocked, he is never meant for that line of work. For Rosewater, Discord is an exception. She reminds him of his guilt and offers him a chance to atone. It's only a moment of kindness. Through his gloves, he strokes the little lab mouse he handpicked. She shrinks and goes still in his palm, as if seeking a brief shelter. Her meek obedience is a polished blade. It reflects the victim's face and the abuser's, too. They rarely talk, but they use each other's company. Even sitting in silence at opposite ends of the dinner table has become their quiet ritual. Life at the intelligence post is plain, far plainer than before. Their jobs is to blend the tailor shop into lost petals like fish blending into water. Maybe relax a little more. Try smiling more. Is that in order? After so much training, Discord can't understand what everyday life meant at first. She lives by the book. Whether it should be class time, she practices tailoring. Compared to the Polar's instructors, Rosewater is patient and he really knows tailoring. He's good at reading a customer's build, guessing their job, and judging their taste. Teachers can decade their necks forward. Athletes have stronger chest and limbs. If anyone's body is streamlined, it looks closely and decide if they're friend or foe. A good suit shows everything and hides everything. Isn't there anything you want, like sewing because of your life before you drifted? He keeps his tone light through his long hidden stash. For generations, we've made only best suits. They've only for people who truly fit the criteria. This world revolves around the few who truly have the power to change it. For anyone with ambition, the goal is always to get as close to that center as possible. Silence. Maybe you like your own sewing machine, finer fabrics, premium embroidery thread. Discord shakes her head. I'll teach you everything I know. I could also teach you how to create freely. He gives her time to think. She's thought about it many times. She's still confused about what she's lost and what she's gained now. She stares for a long time at the father and daughter passing outside the shop. The girl, 5 or 6, looks tired and rubs her eye. Her tall, gentle father lifts her. They laugh and hug for a moment, and he carries her on his back. Rosewater's voice cuts off. He remembers the unspoken rule. With orphanage kids, you can bring them new food, new clothes, new toys, new books, but you must not give them a hug. He forces a reassuring, apologetic look. This isn't allowed. All of things. This is forbidden. After going through the trauma and abandonment, even the simple hug can trigger emotional dependence in child at the orphanage. It's a long-time director. He knows exactly what's best for them and how to clear and strict the rules must be. Discord knows she's trying to keep his distance, so she gets up without fuss and walks away. If she'd only said a simple goodnight. It's director, it's time for me to sleep. A wave of helplessness hits him after he hears her gently close the door. He slumps into his chair. He wants out he can make up for the past and build her a home again, but reality stands between them like a sharp, blood-soaked pair of scissors, cutting them apart in a way that cannot be ignored. All of his efforts so far, the results built on sacrifice and imbalance, stains he can't wash away, have all woven into a road with no way back. You tell her to stop pose only as a clumsy, laughable fix. What else can I do but discord him for myself? The weather turns cold. In past years, the old district would fill up with gamblers who lost everything at the casinos and had to sleep in the streets. Under martial law, even they're gone now. She doesn't know what the director has been rushing around during these past days, nor does she care. Quietly, she switches onto the hallway flare lamp, keeping the pretense of normal life as ordered. Alright, we're gonna speed run this shit, because this is gonna get really, really long, really, really quick. Here we go. It's been a week since they last shared dinner. She glances at the empty seat at the table, then looks away. Wind chimes ringing, he puts his door back open the sort of his cot. He unwraps a package and rolls a fine silk ribbon. Discord, come here, I got a gift. A gift? The girl looks bewildered. It's your birthday today, isn't it? Birthday into the world that was once familiar but now first forward to her. She doesn't know whether to nod. I remember it from your file. He leads her behind the workbench, the hat from the center mannequin, and stitches to the final touch himself. The ribbon falls like a stream of stars. He's sure his skill hasn't slipped. The soft shine withdrawal manly looks anywhere. Sam was a suit at the window, only the finest materials. Proud, he sets the finished mannequin beside the shop crown jewel in the display window so they can admire them together. It's so pretty. The girl gasps in admiration at the exquisite dress before her. It looks as if he stepped out of a warrior painting, noble and refined. The fabric is silky smooth with a silver shimmer, baseline is trimmed to the neckline and cuffs, while the bodice is shaped by delicate three-dimensional pleats. The skirt below outward is soft, cascading layers. The blurred blue rose just beginning at the bloom of the daybreak, each layer edged with silver embroidered trim. In the display window, the suit stands at majestic, commanding a very image of the royal perfection. Even the wealthiest clients whom she once saw at the workshop never wore anything of such genuine quality. The girl knows the shopkeeper almost never brings customers to this part of the store. Don't you want to try it on? He stands at the shoulder with Discord. The reflection of the glass almost makes it look like they're already wearing the finery. To her surprise, the girl steps back and shakes her head, shattering the illusion. Mannequin, draped in a gown, topped with an overall hat, looks so much more like her friend she once depended the most, but that friend is no longer here, no longer speaking to her in that soft, patient voice. She has to face the reality. Clothes make the person. As the tailor, I always believed that good, well-fitting clothes can bring better days. He convinced himself that a girl deserves better. She should have just as much as anyone else. Maybe this dress can take this place of his embrace. There has never been any better days. But in this life, that's almost not house arrest. They just keep playing the rules assigned to them. This is life, just another mission, just another interlock. There will always be a moment where every false mask is taken off. I don't care what I wear anyway. Rosewater is speechless. After a long pause, he finally speaks, sounding defeated. Is there really nothing left in this world you care about? The girl stands straight, eyes forward, calmly awaiting punishment. Just when she faced the instructor, she just saw what she always has every time. Care. When were the words who cared about missions and objectives? Rosewater regrets his words instantly, shame twisting his face. He suddenly gets to her feet, rushes to a particularly organized desk. In a frenzy, he empties door by door, throwing everything onto the floor. The girl uses a calm face changes, her mouth hangs open as she watches it all happen. From the very back of the bottle drawer, he pulls out a small box, fiddles with his mechanism, and takes out the tiny key. Like a madman, he runs to the glass cabinet, unlocks it, and rips open the ornament suit from the mannequin. This is my proudest masterpiece, my only treasure in this corner of the universe. But you have any idea how special this is? He grabs his long-haired scissors, and in a blink of an eye, he shreds both of one-of-a-kind suit and a freshly made gown to pieces. Fabric scraps, loose threads, tufts on the cuts and fill the air like a blizzard. Heavy golden buttons on the floor roll across the carpet with soft clicks. The tailor shop looks as if it's buried under a storm of tattered snow. The mannequin stands here, bare, alone in the middle of the mess. Its stillness like a silent actor mocking the scene. Discord stands frozen, letting the scraps thread settle on her hair and shoulders. Somehow they feel more dangerous than falling silver forks. Her lips are part slightly, but no sound comes out. The snowy days, silent as ever, the wind chimes fade echo of prosperity. There are always ways to continue humans. Oh, these two are fighting. We're skipping this part. The famous Taylor the Oldest lies dead in the pool of blood. Karmic justice, his human experimentation project ends with him. Half a lifetime of effort has become a dream, steps into sin, fading like mist. Hug scissors hang overhead. Oh, huge scissors, sorry. Their fates are severed in that instant. Regrettably, embroidery scissors is already deceased. Flames tear her skin as from burning cloth just before her eyes. Discord steps out of the verdict and Construct's fist is already swinging at her. She lowers her gaze and decides to take the punch head on. Unexpectedly, the blow never lands. Throwing a punch just because someone won't walk or won't talk? Staying quiet is good. Trouble comes from a loose tongue. Shortheart, I remember you being the chatterbox. Oh? Is being talkative a crime now? A tall construct neutralizes the force of the punch and smoothly blocks the attacker, who's lost control. Knowing they are in the wrong, the attacker's companion keeps apologizing while shoving and dragging him away. Amazon! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome. What chapter is this? This is actually the floating record. It's Discord's floating record. It is after chapter, I believe, 36, which is Dreams were round. So it's after that chapter. So now, yeah, I'm done with. I've got to get done with Discord's chapter. Then I got to do Veronica's chapter. And then her affection story. And then Liv's chapter. And then we're finally caught up. I've been playing PGR for about 9 months now. So it's been a fat minute. But I'm not going to lie. Discord's chapter is making me fall asleep. It is long. It is tedious. It is a filler episode. Or a filler chapter. So it is very gruesome right now. But it is what it is. I'm kind of speed running it because of how long this is. And if I'm trying to get it done tonight, then I gotta kind of have to speed run it. Plus, this chapter's not really doing anything for me, so it's just more of like, all right, well, we're just gonna try to get through this as best as we can. Here we go. Don't take this lightly. Make sure you take care of him in the store of life. After he finishes, Shortheart pats her on the shoulder, waves the onlookers away. Show's over, move along. The purifying force is nothing. If you run into the skies, you don't even know what to hit before you're dead. Huh? Is that what we need to hear right now? Move along, go on. Shortheart picks up the mask and had fallen on the ground and hands it back to her. Discord looks up at the stranger, hesitates, and misses her chance to say thank you. The second time she sees Shortheart is on the ravaged battlefield after her mission. Discord remembers searching for something she's lost, but by the end she's forgotten what it was. She wanders among the wreckage of constructs, her eyes unable to focus. Constructs, are we? Weapons? Expendable? Humanity's hope to reclaim Earth? She keeps repeating these new rules and protocols uploaded into her mind. Oh, it's you. Lost something? I can help you look. Shortheart's face is heavy. He doesn't paw through the remains like trash. He lifts them onto the broad shoulders as if they were comrades. Time blurs. Discord almost gives up and numbly follows him through the scene of ruin after another. Remember they picked a fight with you. Why didn't you fight back? Are you even human? I'm a construct, part of the purifying force. No, I mean before you became a construct. You weren't born with metal arms and legs. You must have a name, right? Your human name? My name is Discord. I'm Shortheart. We're all people, we all have names, there's no real difference. We're not weapons, and we're not expendables. He folds his hand, tucks away the bundle of shorted dog tags, and solemnly places a thin metal tag in her palm. See, you have something you value. Discord studies a small, clean tag. The thin cord is broken. Bloodstains still set at the grooves turn deep brown. Her name is engraved on it, but she can't recall any memory tied to it. Watching her fall silent, Shortheart sighs. I know everyone is different, but there can be individual differences. But in your case, I had some ice cream the day before yesterday, and right now you're like a bowl of ice cream that's frozen solid. You're from Colonel, right? A Colonel-made construct? Easy, no need to be on guard now. I don't have a grudge against you. I used to be a cop. Sorry, occupational habit. Getting no answer, the big guy rubs his quite not shabby stubby chin. I have things I care about too. Oh, where's the key? Where's the candy V gave me? He digs in his pocket and pulls out a torn candy wrapper, then stuffs it back embarrassed. Back in the education district, I met a bunch of brats who got into trouble every other day. Before I knew it, I got attached to them. I used to be a tailor. She's not used to this easy tone. She stammers it out, then sees him smile. Got it. When you find the things you care about again, tell me about them. The last time she hears Shotel's name is the Commander Nikolai's transfer room. Just like that, he was gone and left behind all the things he cared about. And you, think about it. What happens to the things you cared about? After the ground mission in Los Prados, Ice Cream Frozen Solid problem gets worse. Her frame is fully repaired, smooth as flawless, yet at random times she pains with signal flares and her vital fluid suddenly leaks. Phantom sight, phantom smell, and phantom pain. Should I follow orders to join the Scabs or stay with the Purifying Force? The goal of her long search is gone. From now on, what she will live for. What will she live for? You don't need to choose. Only you choose. You carry that choice. Can't you carry it? I should always complete the mission. To complete the mission, you only need to be simple and efficient. Stay the same, doing nothing else that works best. Keep the shadows, don't try to stand out. That's how you live the longest. Her age also goes the other way. The pull towards self-destruction keeps pushing her to find a weapon strong enough to pierce her chest or to stop maintaining her frame. Sadly, Babel doesn't get those things are easy to do, so she starts searching toward more dangerous battlefields without thinking. We're getting closer. Episode 11, Scream. Damn it, do something already. Unless she. I'm afraid it's too late. Voices that go everywhere without logic. She struggles against empty air. Why can't she save anyone? The old Taylor Rosewater. Bladder, Isis, Lilico, and now Eleanor, all the Magal they go behind. She can only stand there, listen to the reality puzzle judgment. She wants to scream and start over, but the pain in her head bursts again and again like a sting of light bulbs exploding without pause. There's nothing more that we can do. We can't risk mind contamination. Maybe it's something could describe it as a mistake. B, I'm telling you, this girl's not cut out for Scarb. Shiva storms into the Scarb lounge, pulls out a chair, and drops it with a large scrape. Yada is flipping through a comic. Veralia looks up to her terminal. She's clearly going to get herself killed. She doesn't even know. Yada. What am I supposed to do here? The Scarb Squad barely even formed. We were already falling apart. The comics have heard only exact cover of this situation. An emergency meeting pulls Veralia away. Before leaving, she gives Yada a meaningful look. Yada sits the fuming Shiva down and tosses her can in the fridge. What's this? I don't drink synthetic alcohol. Limited edition mint flavored menthol fruit electrolyte. Shiva doesn't even wait for the apply before popping it open and camping with a sharp crack. Yada watches nervously as she downs it in one go. Alright, so what happened between you and Discord? I told you already. She's gonna get herself killed. The Scarlets are supposed to stay a safety net, not a single weapon. I can't wait for someone who's rushing in to throw her life away. She acts like she's ready to be abandoned. Discarders were destroyed at any moment. Yet you still forced her onto the path to survive. Let me be clear. I don't think what happened out there can be repeated. She fought her way out of the storm and pedal who along, followed by orders of machine-like precision. Isn't that a good thing? Good. She doesn't even know how to trace of hesitation, doubt, fear, or fatigue. If I hadn't met her before, I think I'd be an AI hacked by a frame. When unexpected enemy showed up, I told her to pull back. She told me the mission was to wipe them out. Wait, weren't you the one who on a standard support extermination job when all those shadow creatures did come from? I'd like to know that myself. We barely got a transfer line in time. The pilot almost let us die in that mess. Yada gives that weary smile, but Shiva keeps going before she can speak. Her mental state's all over the place. One moment she's like a magma about to blow up. The next she's dead. Silent salt flat. No way. If that were true, she would have shown signs of mind deviation ages ago. Shiva clutches the can in her hand, expression serious. I've got a feeling. The guy was going to feel like the weight of the problem. This is the trouble. I'll make sure V keeps an eye on her. The situation Shiva described happens during another Scarab mission. Hey, Discord, get back here. We're not grave raving with our fancy specialized frames. Yada watches the squid blue silhouette disappear into the distance. She looks to her receiver, who gives her an all too familiar look that says, I told you so. Someone who just jumped the gun. V, what now? There are too many of them. Shiva and I will hold her here. You bring Discord back. Be careful, Yada. The landscape stretches on, repetitive and unchanging. Discord meets the enemy ahead, and she must have gotten lost. After that, confused and dazed, Discord stops fixating on what her mission is. Instead, she thinks to her steady, even gloom. She goes under slowly with the weight of just like sinking into my into a bit of quicksand. She knows that this place has been before. Experiences like this are not rare, but even on the surface, they are enough to make people uneasy. Most people ignore it and treat it as a memory fire as they forgot. I swear by mythicism, they think it's some kind of physical or second experience. Deja vu. They thought the enemies in the sign would be 2 times what you can count. The last act of corrupted construct falls to the ground after her heavy strike, still muttering unclear commands. New world, go to new world. The Eden 3 colony ship that granted reception begins to shake. Chunks of stone and wall fall away. It seems that the fall structure can no longer hold together. Discord moves quickly to the inner chamber as the dust settles, and Eamon rubber she cast a familiar golden color. What was one bound to you is finally gone. The whispers in her words were so quiet that she could maybe hear them. Target eliminated. Next, just get out the intel. Suddenly, a massive piece of debris craters down from above, and it's like a holographic projectile midair, shattering the countless fragments. Before she can move, a purple-black moon umbrella flies up from behind, shielding her from the falling rubble before spinning back to its owner's hand. That generation, blinded by idealism, cunning to believe that humanity's technological progress would bring back a rapid rise in humanity's morale. But look at us, expendable tools that won't end up erasing their precious words about peace and progress entirely. Discord knows nothing that mocking tone all too well. Little always knows that more than most, yet deprises the very knowledge she holds. If a single shell should wipe out any face of the earth, the storytelling would be pointless. It can't be killed so easily, and I don't plan on missing a good story. But what if it could be the one to fire that shell myself? Wouldn't that be the best thing ever? Blah, 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 blah. Lilith runs her hand over the face, laughing entirely. She every moment she lives in his announcement of her unchained freedom. Eleanor. Construct in front of her freezes the sound of that familiar name. Her laughter stops, and she transforms into a frail, graceful, gentle lady that she once was. But both of them know that it's nothing more than a simple performance in a theater in daily life. She has never cared about the stage of audience. The Ascendant makes off a glove, letting go of the formality, and slowly extends her pale hand, mechanically joins and tightly interlocked ears, are visible beneath the skin. The fact that we're getting an English side like that is wild. Discord holds back a shiver, her breathing grows heavy. She thought the answer would come without hesitation, but her thoughts feel like they are being hacked by the massive razor sharp scissors pierced by torn away their scalp hid.
不好吗？
Countless feelings rush past her all at once, leave behind a missing element that she can't untangle. Because of that, she can't speak, even if her face frozen. Right now, the night settles deeper, and Eden's artificial sky reflects the fading dust covertly. One figure steps towards the other, the arms open slowly as if to offer an embrace. I thought it didn't matter we were allies, enemies, or anything between, but now forget it. I guess we already said goodbye. You could have just stopped thinking and followed me. Plants and insects will always follow the light of the moon. People do that too. Without your orders, you don't know how to act. No, that's not true. I've been looking for you, Eleanor. No one ordered me to. You just don't know when to face your weak heart alone again. Weak heart, red flowed blooms where she was wounded, whispering to her quietly. Is that how it is? I followed my heart once, that's why I chose to go with you. You led me to the abyss in darkness when I was just a child. Her vision clears as she speaks, the words lifting a burden that she carries for years. You even know who truly derided this body? You've gotten so used to taking orders from the others that you never realized that you've been following your own will all along. You will always be an outsider, a discordant note in the main melody. Don't you see? House low status, dirty history, just another shadow hiding in the Colonel's back alleys. When they want someone to die, you'll just be another name on the monument. When they demand loyalty, you'll bury yourself without hesitation. Nobody truly cares how you feel. You're nothing but a helper with a self-word, a stray dog with no goals or home. I cared about you, and you left without a word. You vanished right in front of me. And since she once believed that after regaining her legs, she could also give the other person that freedom to move forward. This girl looks at the face. She once again tried to stitch together the shape of the soul thread by thread, but in those violet eyes, she's never seen one her own reflection. I'm not a worthless stray, and I should have never been the first one you chose to throw away. Her outstretched hands closed slowly in the final pose of a dance. I see, but at the peak of this world, I've always been so narrow, I can only hold one heel. Elizabeth walks past her and snaps her fingers. Discord freezes in place, still, held still as if under a spell. In the next moment, she watches the tip of the umbrella burst from her abdomen, exactly what happened to a consort who died before not long ago. The ending is already decided. When Discord finally realizes it, the grief of her hits her with a crushing force. Pain cracks through her mind, alarms flooding through her perception system, the darkness swallows her whole. A parting gift is with your final order.
给你最后的命令，就是别再来见我。
Threads of another present snake like tentacles stitching from broken pieces of memories to delusions reshape around them. Then the forces vanishes, the stitches melt away like ice, picking apart the scattering into a shower of crimson spiral lilies. If only you had said these things back then, don't leave any more regrets. A gentle and familiar voice whispered to her, to seem pushed back to the receding tide, the Discord suddenly realizes the perfect clarity that this moment's about to disappear. I hope your next one will be a good one. Wake up, Discord. Ah, I forgot. So this is where they're in Yada's chapter. When Discord opens her eyes, she does not close. She does not see the hydraulic artificial island. Instead, she sees nothing but a vast sky full of blowing sand. Yada is carrying her mechanical arms, switching forward step by step against a strong wind towards Van points indicated by the signal. Why am I here? What about the mission? Seriously, you're still thinking about the mission right now? How about you thank me for digging you out of that mess? I'm sorry. Thanks. Were you dreaming just now? Discord tries to remember, but her thoughts freeze in the span of a single breath. Is that his dream? I don't remember. So this was what Shiva meant by magma 1 second and Dead Sea the next. All ammo guns are gone. Discord instinctively checks for weapons in her body before she even registers what Yada just said. That mystic, Shiva's worried about you. Yada sends Discord down for her mechanical arms outside of breath and takes the lead. Discord remembers Shiva frowned, burning around glide. The eye of her forehead emanates faints a glow green. With that concern, she has no idea how to respond. For this mission, Skyward is backup. The service squad is already going after the rear target. Let's meet up with V. They walk into silence, one ahead of the one behind. Yada shields her from her part of the wind's force. My frames got sand filters thanks to the Babylonian method and learning from the hard way during past ground missions. The feet are designed to spread out the weight so they don't sink into the sand like yours. Took a lot of training to get used to it back then. With an abrupt shift or short hair counterstrike finally folds out what she's been holding back the whole way. I don't know what kind of neighbor you're training, you're planning, but even if you accomplish so great, your actions put your teammates in danger. Sorry, I didn't think anyone would come for me. What? Of course I come for to save you. You were about to get swallowed by the red tide. You could just hit me with grenades or high-powered pulse gun. A mission sometimes needs bait to succeed. Yada gets a little angry. Why are you so set on dying? The swirling sands wherever the countless Hedoku to stumble upon from the underground. Yada's last words come alongside the sound of her fist slamming to the ground. Discord slips on her mask on and locks onto the heat source, moving through the sand. Her last remaining weapon unfolds and covers her. Dueling Hedoku lunges at her blade, slices it in half. Because I don't even have that freedom to choose death. Ouch. The mission always comes first. Kill, then kill again. Only much later than catastrophe also the hit see from Morgan for the tailor made it into the stamp. Yep. Okay. In the end, they sink into the deep like fucking seas, like tail like watching darkness. Aren't you the same back on Hydraulic Island? Haven't you thought about waking up to me might be better? Leaving in this dream is nice, but I stepped out of it. I promised to a lot of people, and I promised myself to face reality. Not everyone can be like you. Of course, everyone has been boring carrying a bit of luggage. Discord memories suddenly stir. Electric signals tick into her box. Remembers a small baggage of random fragments, smooth and capable of transmitting body heat to her own baggage. I got guidance and help from many people. Step by step, I reached this point. Yada takes a deep breath and spreads across her chest, scorching hot from the running and high output. If it weren't for them, I'd just keep living this dream. In a dream, I wouldn't know who I am now. Discord notices up ahead the house sandstorm and hears a tune under her breath. That melody feels like she's only heard just now. Oh, we already heard this part. The broken bits of school anthem cuts off as more empty TVs keep appearing. Scorpion-type head creatures, huh? Damn you! The night raid unleashed by the Fogger frame almost tears up with the rotating wind, predators over the air, timing the sky gray indigo of the thunderstorm. The swarm splits for a moment, then quickly surges back together. As if a fight drags on, waves of head creatures overwhelm them again, and two fall into danger. Not good! When fending off a massive head creature sees from the corner of her eye that Discord is heard, battle force splatters out from the crooning and drinks it up her moving slow. More and more head creatures burst from the ground, cheating the encircled Discord, trying to drag her into a prison of quicksand. I don't care what happens to me. You, go! The blue-haired construct does her weapon with all of her strength. The blade pins the creature holding Yalta right through her head, and the next instant, Discord sinks halfway down, buried in the yellow sand. Why is it like this again? Her megadon arms, brief cool down to recharge, at a grasp of the air, holds a guard, stands an instinct. No matter how much she blinks, her various believes in the scope of the cattle creatures. Go out and quit slacking, you never know when the stuff will come in handy. Remember when I made you realize every wire, so I guess you ended up using it, didn't you? Yeah, but it wouldn't be enough to do. No, how? I got a feeling. And what if I'm not around one day? Here we go again. You say that now, some fortune teller predicting your own death. Did you pick up from the mystic? I'm your captain. Complaining about my nagging won't change that. Now get moving. Moving where? If you don't hurry, Coach V's gonna make you do another 20 sets of heinies. She rushes to catch up. Wait, what? Golden dust spills across with the white trillium track. Yada always thinks that the captain's sash was scrubbed and looks ugly, but when the captain runs, the sash streaming in the wind looks like clear, endless current, beautiful. Jordan shows to a stop, and fading sunlight, his broad fade casts a shadow lost to the ground. From her head, Yada turns to the ground with him puzzled. Instead of moving forward, she jogs in place and waits for the captain to catch up. Yada, this is where I stop. What's with you today? You out of breath already? Yeah, I'm tired. I'm stopping here. Takes off a stash of his own body and the pride of the track team, but you still have to run forward, Yada. The man sat on the sash on Yacha's shoulder with care. As captain, guides guard, and push the horse squad to keep pushing going together. When you finally thank me, just bring me extra snacks. His body turns into a silhouette of darkness and slowly edges devolving into nothingness. Yada turns again back to the gaze, stretching ahead. See, even as it goes, you still be nagging my ear. I knew it. Now give her a hand. B, is this why you made me captain? Run, students, run. The troubles will fade away when you run. As many things she wants to say, many feelings she wants to release, but instead of speaking, she just runs forward. Oh! She shouts and throws her fist again and again, trying to drive away the shadows of the past. Her punch is so fast that after leaving afterwards, she jumps into the center of the vortex and caused blue construct disappeared with his feet. Just dreams are beautiful because you can wake from them. The full refrains arms loud sorely as streams from sand pass her apart. Yata increases her output even more. For those who want to face reality, it's right to let the dreams take away their chance to grow. This time I want to be the one who walks ahead with open eyes. Short Heart, I don't know if I can be as good as you. Her hands finally grab her companion, stop them both from sinking further. The arms strained under the weight feel like they could break at any joints. But this is my choice. The return to life feels both short and long at the same time. Blue-haired construct struggles to her lift her battered body. Is this attack over? Remains that the enemies are scattered everywhere. Not far away, the short-haired construct is kneeling in one knee, her mechanical hands slowly forming a V toward Discord. I don't want to lose anyone else. That includes you, Discord. Once, twice, no matter how many times it takes. I'll come for you every single time. Throwing some shit right in front of them, tapping everyone into the side of cold others waiting. Once, twice. Same scene plays out again and again. The symptoms are like human brain death, scared, squad member, Discord cheese. That's impossible. Yada lunges forward, but the only symptoms are similar, right? What about her mind? Complete connective rejection. She doesn't want any fatal injuries because the new frame be caused. Can we switch her back to the old one? In this condition, that's almost impossible. I'll find someone who can help. The short-haired construct hits the glass helplessly, staring at the flat line in the dimly lit monitor. Hey, Discord, wake up. Oh, she had a new suit. Discord. Okay. Oh, we're right there. Can my brain take any more? Can my brain take any more? I think that's gonna do it. This is probably like one of the most raunchy chapters for me to do, just because of how fucking slow it is. Oh my gosh. So we got 12 episodes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 episodes left. We were on episode 8. So we made about what? 1, 2, 4 episodes in. We made about 4 episodes. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait to do this one till Thursday. If I give you an apple, maybe if I give you rosemary with it, so I give you a change up of mind. Yeah, I think we'll wait till Thursday to do this one. Because this is, I'm not gonna lie, this one's fucking raunchy. It is bad. And I'm gonna try to sleep early tonight too, so that's also one of the things. So I think we're gonna end it there. We made good headway. We did it. We didn't get to finish the chapter, but you know what? It's all right. We got close, and that is a-okay. And I promise you, I'm all good. It's just I want to make sure my sleep's good for the long run. And there's like this fucking chapter reminds me of ReZero Season 2 Part 1. That's where I'm at with this on this chapter. Like this thing is gonna be brutal to get through, but once you get through it, it'll be over. And I don't gotta worry about it again. So alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for tonight. Like I said, it's a short stream, but that is a-okay. It's gonna happen. We're gonna have these type of streams that's gonna happen. But yeah, gives me a chance to do some other things too before I go to bed. So alright, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm going to get on out of here. I thank you all so much for being here. You didn't have to be here while I was streaming. You decided to use your time to watch me. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all Thursday where we will be finishing Discord's chapter and then starting Veronica's chapter. We have time. So, until then, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening. I'm out. Peace!